In today's video, we are going to be ranking pets based on how good of a role they serve. And before we begin, I want to establish the fact that my own ranking of these pets are 100% going to be different from your own opinions. Just based off my own personal bias that I'm definitely not going to be hiding. But anyway, let's get into the video. You know what? I'm going to keep it real with you. If I see one of these things, I'm eating it. But in all seriousness, ducks are just reskins of chickens, but now they just have the ability to quack and waddle around to get anywhere. Which is cute as hell, but the biggest problem I see with ducks as a pet is a relationship with water. Meaning, unlike you, they most likely spend a lot of time jumping in and out of water, which means anywhere that duck goes, there's probably going to be a good bit of water, which means you're basically starting an intimate relationship with that mop, with all that time you're going to be spending cleaning up after the duck. But overall, I personally don't think ducks would be an awful pet, but I would spend too much time thinking about what seasoning I'm putting on that duck. So it's a solid B for me. Okay, I actually have something positive to say here. I think bunnies look really cute. They're just giant fur balls that hop around all day. So I think bunnies are a great pet to have, and are almost pretty much perfect. Is what I would say if I didn't remember what my own parents told me when I was younger and I asked for a pet bunny. Tas pero si bien pedorro, cagan hasta la madre. Which, if you need a translation, it basically means they shit everywhere. And when I decided to confirm what I had been told, I really wish I didn't. Because not only do they easily average around 200 shits, I found out something even worse. These motherfuckers eat, I repeat, they eat their own dookie. That immediately plummeted my initial rating of an A all the way down to a D. You get a solid D from me, gang. I don't care how cute you look. You know what? Even though I haven't had a pet fish since winning one from a fair like 50 years ago, I'm gonna defend fish. I hear so many people say that fish don't technically count as pets since they don't go anywhere, but there's so many kinds of fish you could possibly get to take care of, and most fish aren't just as simple as put them in a tank and let them chill, since different types of fish need a lot more attention, especially if they're saltwater fish. But I would definitely not be opposed to having a pet fish myself, since they can really complement a space due to how different a tank with a live animal would make it. And so, for that reason, I give fish a solid B. Not my first choice, but not a bad choice at all.
Fuck no, baby!
Okay, this might sound surprising, but I would absolutely not mind having a chicken as a pet. As someone who has seen like 30 chickens in one of my relatives' home in Mexico, I think they're really fun to just be around and vibe with all day. I genuinely enjoyed watching them mess around together and seeing how each chicken would react to one another. And so for chickens, it's a super easy A for me. I really do mess with chickens that much. You know what I'm already thinking. Who the fuck has this demonic creature as a pet? They have the pincers of a crab, the legs and eyes of a spider, and a stinger. Yeah, God cook with this one, huh? And if I somehow see one of these agents of hell in my own home, yeah, we nuke in the building. What the fuck? Okay, do y'all remember what I said about wanting to eat a duck? This is where I'm taking it all back. There isn't a type of bird I dislike more than geese. They are so aggressive for no reason. We are 100% putting those motherfuckers on the grill. I don't care what he tastes like, he's getting slathered in BBQ sauce, and I'm going to work. I don't like these mama huevazos. I'm gonna be eating tacos before I even think about petting one of these monsters. And just like that, it's a smooth ass F for me. And that's not even mentioning the fact that they have teeth on their tongue. Like, yeah, it's a wrap. I'm not even gonna delay this one. This is our first S on the board today. I'm sorry, but I just genuinely like horses a lot. I think they're super cool with a ton of great qualities as a pet. And in my own personal opinion, they easily rival the two goats of pets because of just how different and fun they are. And also, horses can be unironically funny as hell.
By the way, look at that horse.
Did you? Oh, the horse crip walking, cuz. You see that? On the set.
Easy S, stop playing. You know the drill. If you're one of those people who scoop up daddy long legs to put them safely outside, then plug your ears for a good second, cause this shit about to get serious. Listen, I don't discriminate. It don't matter the size, the type. Every spider I see is catching these hands. The last thing that 8-eyed freak is gonna see is a full combo from La Chancla, and even the kids is getting the fade. And you know damn well nobody living on my watch.
Here we go!
Straight to the trash you go, spider, and stay there. If there was ever a reptile that I would try to keep as a pet, I think it'd have to be the bearded dragon. This lizard has a pretty accurate name when it comes to resembling a dragon, but the fact that they're extremely popular and pretty tolerant of people, with their diet being pretty damn diverse too, gives me a strong liking to this lizard. Even though I'm not a huge fan of lizards, I really like the spiny texture of how their skin looks like, which really sells me on the idea of this lizard being the exception that I can make in my case. You know, I never really understood when a lot of people said that they liked hamsters until I found out that they can be a nice alternative compared to a bigger pet, which I can completely agree with. And the fact that hamsters are completely safe for people with allergies to dogs or cats, a lot of people can easily care for a hamster, which I think is an extremely valuable quality in a pet. And so, I would personally put hamsters in A. The reason why I personally won't put hamsters in S is just because of their nocturnal cycle, which means if you really want to play with them or give your hamster attention, chances are that they're passed out sleeping. Whenever I think of really crazy pets that seem interesting to have, I've always considered having a big ass bird as a good pet, and then I remember that taking care of a bird as big as something like a macaw would require a decent bit of factors before you can even buy the bird. For example, the size of your own living space. Since a bird as big as that size needs a pretty good amount of space to move around, that means apartments are definitely out of the picture. And then on top of that, these birds need a big ass cage, and at that point, I just give up on the idea. Due to the sheer amount of requirements that we just talked about, I would say bigger birds are one of the most demanding in order to properly care for such a pet. And for that, I could really only see myself placing bigger birds at a B tier. They aren't a bad pet by any means, but this is a straight up flex to be able to care for such a bird. Now, to wrap it all up. Yeah, if it wasn't obvious already, I'm a complete bitch when it comes to exotic pets, and snakes are obviously no different. You got me fucked all the way up keeping a snake by my side, and the main reason why is because I would be so paranoid of accidentally pissing the damn thing off, and that it would hold a grudge against me, and then eventually just choke me when I least expect it. Justice. Until I end up as his dinner. But unlike scorpions or snakes, I can actually look at snakes without, wanting to vaporize the damn thing. So I'm gonna be generous and give snakes a C, even though I'm a big ass scaredy cat. And with that, those were all the animals that I wanted to personally check out. Thank you so much if you stuck around, and I will see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.